We're here to help. Farewell, citizen.
For today's sponsor we have GVG Mall, where you can acquire your Windows 10 Home serial key for only $16, and using my SKEG discount code will get you 20% off, making it only $11. After the payment you'll receive the key in your account, and after getting it you simply need to introduce it in your Windows settings and BAM! You have an activated system. Hello guys, Ancient Gameplays, I'm Fabio Pisco and welcome to my channel. As you see, this is the first time that I actually record any video in this position with the two monitors and blah blah blah. Because where the camera is now, I actually had my bed in here and I finally removed the bed and I actually have more space now. I'll have a shelf. I think it's called a shelf. I'll have a shelf for all my materials and so on. So this part will be computer and just computer wise, which will be really great. I'm pretty excited. I have way more space now and I can do a lot more things now. But well, still I'm excited to bring you today's video, and it is about the RX 5700 XT using Smart Access Memory on versus off. As you know, the Smart Access Memory was enabled on the 21.9.1 drivers for the RX 5000 series, and so I'm testing the 5700 XT, which is the most popular of the series, of the 5000 series, okay? I'm testing it with it on and off. And before starting the video, I just want to let you know that the 21.9.1 drivers aren't the best drivers, so they have some stutters here and there in some games, and they do have higher power draw and higher temperatures even at the same power draw compared to the previous drivers. So these drivers aren't the best, but they are the only ones so far that can actually use the Smart Access Memory, and I do believe that in the future the Smart Access Memory drivers for the RX 5000 series will be way better and will have lower temperatures and lower power draw, okay? That's just what I want to say. And well, without any further delays, don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video because that really helps a lot. And let's go to the results. Today's first game is Gears 5 using the X12 and Ultra settings. As you can immediately see, we have a major performance boost both at 1080p and 1440p, and we don't have it at 4K because the resolution is bugged in this game after some previous updates. 4K FPS should be around 35 with this card, not 62. We have almost 20 average FPS more at 1080p and around 13 at 1440p, which is nothing but awesome for a card that we thought that couldn't get faster. Very good results. The second game is Ghost Recon Breakpoint using Vulkan API and very high settings. In my previous videos of the RX 6000 GPU's comparisons, where SAM results are included, we could see that this game had pretty nice performance bump, but so far, at least with this driver, we just get a pretty small performance bump of 4 average FPS and 3 FPS in the 1% lows, which is disappointing. And although we win a bit at 1080p, we actually lose some 1% lows at 4K, so I guess it is a trade here.
We all feel safe in that room, but sometimes.
Now with Remedy's control using the X12 and high settings, which are the highest ones. Here we have another game where the differences can be seen, and in a game as heavy as Control, any frame more is welcome. At 1080p we have a boost of 6 average FPS and 4 FPS in the 1% lows, which is not that bad percentage wise. At 1440p the boost is still there, but smaller, and that same trend gets followed at 4K. Let's move to the next game. Now with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, a game known to get very good performance from using SAM with the RX 6000 series. Well, with the 5700 XT the boost isn't so big, but it is definitely very good to have. Both at 1080p and 1440p we have a performance increase, but strangely we do have a performance drop at 4K. I don't clearly know why, but hips don't lie. I mean, numbers don't lie, damn you Shakira. Now with Red Dead Redemption 2, a game that surprises me every time I play it, with a masterpiece. In terms of results, you can see that they are not on the average FPS like on the RX 6000 series, but in here, mostly on the minimums. But the difference is huge. At 1080p we go from the usual low 30s to over 70. And even at 1440p we have a big difference from the max of 37 to over 55 FPS, being only at 4K that things don't change at all.
Look for another shop where they won't ask a lone nomad why he's hugging the border.
That's fine. Step aside.
Now with Cyberpunk 2077 using custom settings, which are a mix of high and medium settings, in the Nomad beginning. Sam also brought us a pretty nice performance bump in a game as heavy as this one, being the 1440p difference pretty low and almost non-existent at 4K. Still, pretty nice to have more FPS, like I said once again, on a game as heavy as Cyberpunk 2077. Horizon Zero Dawn is another vastly played title, so I had to test it. From my previous tests, this game wouldn't be affected by SAM performance-wise, and that was once again confirmed by retesting with the 5700 XT. The small differences you see at 1080p and 4K are completely inside the margin of error, so we can say that the results are virtually the same, and that Horizon Zero Dawn benefits exactly zero from using SAM.
Plan ahead, find the weapon, stay out of the open, and you'll make it. Jump out of the aircraft, soldier.
This time we have Call of Duty Warzone using the max settings available and being tested 3 minutes in the Warzone practice map. As you know, this game may heavily vary due to a small difference in gameplay, even though I tried to make them as equal as possible. Although there is one thing that seems constant here, and that is the lower 1% lows in all resolutions when using SAM. I tested with some RX 6000 series before and we didn't have these differences, so I suppose this is driver related and we still need more future updates so that SAM performs better in games that use it and doesn't bring down the performance in games that don't. Anyway, interesting results. Now with PUBG, that interestingly gets a performance boost from overclocking the VRAM mostly, but once again it seems that this game engine makes no use of smart access memory, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. Still, even without it, this game runs perfectly well on this GPU and CPU combo, so no need to worry at all. Getting closer to the final line, we have Rainbow Six Siege using Vulkan API, Ultra settings, and 100% render scale. Well, I got surprised by the fact that my small OC and UV profile got a bit of performance here, and I was also surprised that SAM gave us absolutely no performance gains outside the margin of error, which is the opposite of the RX 6000 series that had a pretty good performance bump in this game. Once again, I think that SAM for the 5000 series needs to mature a bit more, and maybe once it does, we may start seeing some performance gains in more games.
Father would kill me if he finds out I went up with you. Twice if he learns we've been to a Hansa off-limit zone.
Now with Metro Exodus using ultra settings with tessellation and hairworks on. And well, it seems this game follows what we saw with Call of Duty Warzone, which makes the overall results more reliable. Not only on Warzone we had lower 1% lows, but now on Metro Exodus, or in Metro Exodus, and in every resolution. Even while the averages stand more or less the same, the 1% lows suffer a lot, jeopardizing the gameplay smoothness. For now, keep Sam off for these games. The last game of today is Forza Horizon 4 using max settings and 2x MSAA. This game had a huge performance boost with all the 6000 series cards when using SAM, and although the performance boost isn't huge here, it is very welcome. Even more for people with high refresh rate panels wanting to push those high numbers. At 1080p going from 105 to 117 FPS can make a difference for people using 120 or 144 Hz displays, for example. And with higher minimums, things get even better. Overall, this is one of the most affected games by smart access memory, even more with the new RX 6000 series. So guys, concluding, as you saw, the smart access memory does boost your GPU in some scenarios, and in some scenarios really a lot. Not on the averages in most cases, but mostly on the 1% lows, which are the ones that matter for the smoothness. So the higher the 1% lows, the smoother your gameplay will feel. Or let me just say in another way. The closer the 1% lows are to the averages, the smoother the gameplay will be, okay? That's how it works. And in some scenarios like Red Dead Redemption 2, we have a huge, and I repeat, a huge boost in terms of 1% lows, even more at 1080p. And in some games we still have a bit boost here and there, so it's basically free performance. And like I said in the intro, newer drivers, maybe the 21.9.2, 21.9.3 or the 21.10.1 will improve the smart access memory on the RX 5000 series, but I mean, it's really great. So it's free performance, so why not enable it? Why not enable it? I don't know, just do it because it's free performance. And well guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Next video will be the numbers of smart access memory with the 5700 XT versus the 6600 XT now, both with smart access memory, to see which one is faster. And well, hope you really enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share it because it really helps the channel a lot. And see you in the next one because the battery is running off on my camera. See you guys.